There's a new kind of student loan targeting parents. Let's ask mom and dad to take on more debt for their kids to help them pay for college. Is this a good idea? A dream come true? Dave Ramsey says, buyer beware. He joins me right now from Nashville. Hey, more money. I can get my kid to that school they richly deserve. Is this a good thing or a bad thing, Dave?
As if we don't have a student loan crisis, let's add mom and dad to the pile. See if we can get this fire burning. Oh, that's ridiculous. I mean, we've had the Parent Plus loan, which parents could sign up for with the feds, but now some of the private people are entering the space this week and encouraging parents now to borrow to send their kids to school, and it's just not necessary. This is just silliness.
Right. If you can't afford it, maybe you pick another school, and there's other opportunities depending on what state you're in. Now, you also have tips for parents. There's something that really alarms you, and you think it's a lack of financial literacy among the next generation.
Well, it is. I think the big thing is mom and dad need to really guide their child very carefully into what school to go to. One of the biggest problems we have with the student loan crisis is going to school you can't afford. I mean, there's community colleges for 2 years. You can go to in-state schools. You can work while you're in school. You can get scholarships to go to school. There's lots of things you can do to avoid student loan debt. And it's just silliness to continue to pound this. And so mom and dad need to grab their little 18-year-old around the shoulders and love them well and not allow them to go into debt by choosing a school they can't afford.
I mean, it's the same thing where you might want a big house, but if you can't afford a big house, you don't get a big house. You put it off if that's your goal. Parents are not obligated to pay for college. So anybody feel guilty if your 18-year-old can't afford to go to that private university? You shouldn't, correct?
Yeah, all of you out there whose parents did not help you go to school, raise your hand. I see all those hands, millions of you right now. I didn't get help from my parents, and they weren't child abusers. They were good, hard-working folk. We just had to figure out another way to do it. And so you're not a child abuser if you don't pay for your kid's college. This is crazy, and the idea to borrow into it is really absurd.
And this is something we were just dealing with. Save for retirement before you get your 529 for your kid. Is that correct?
Absolutely. You're going to retire. Your kid may or may not go to school. And so you've got to put that first. It's noble to say I'm going to throw myself under the bus for my child, but it's not wise. And so there's a way to do both. You don't have to sacrifice one for the other, but you always need to prioritize retirement as first. And we're excited. We're actually going to help some people go to school, Brian.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Now, Dave, you were kicking off Financial Literacy Week, and it's Financial Literacy a challenge. What can we do to be part of this?
This is what's so exciting. We've teamed up with Fifth Third Bank, and we're giving away $53,000 in scholarships and prizes to kids going off to school. And so just go to 53schools.com. Send your high school senior there. The grand prize is $36,000, which would cover 4 years at a lot of colleges.
Oh, yeah.
So pretty cool stuff. A grand prize of $36,000 for these scholarships. We're excited. We're going to help do away with at least somebody's student loans.
So you don't have to be a whiz kid. These are 20 competency questions that you need to answer, correct?
Exactly. It's for Financial Literacy Month this month, and we always celebrate that. We've got a high school curriculum that about 2 million high school kids have gone through.
Right.
And so we always want to support financial literacy. Just go to 53schools.com, take this little 20-question quiz, and then you're registered for the drawing. And again, the grand prize is $36,000. We're so pumped about that. That's pretty cool.
All right, Dave. Great, and congratulations. Your radio show is fantastic. Dave Ramsey, thanks for joining us.